A River of Ice by Sue Gibbison. Genre: Informational text. Essential question: in what ways can frozen water change the shape of the land? Chapter 1: On the Move. A glacier is a huge piece of ice. It starts off as snow. Sometimes snow that is high up in the mountains does not melt. Over time, the snow piles up. Glacier. Super-sized glaciers. Length: miles. Names of glaciers: Borggraven Glacier, Christian IV Glacier, Eelsen Glacier, Hare Glacier. The snow pushes down and the bottom layers press together. Water moves into the snow and freezes. Slowly, the snow turns into ice. The ice pushes down on the bottom layer of the glacier. This layer turns soft. Water forms under the glacier. The glacier starts to slide. Glaciers are very heavy. As they slide along the ground, they change the shape of the land. Glaciers move like rivers, only they move much slower. Some glaciers move less than 1 inch per year. Others move a few yards each day. Jakobshavn Glacier is one of the fastest glaciers in the world. It once slid over 150 feet in 1 day. Sometimes the top of a glacier cracks. This crack is called a crevasse. A crevasse happens when a glacier moves over an uneven surface. A crevasse can also happen when parts of a glacier move at different speeds. Crevasse. Chapter 2: Changing the Land. A glacier drags rocks along the ground as it moves. The rocks scratch and rub against the land. They can leave deep marks. A glacier also picks up rocks as it moves along. Some are dropped beside the glacier, others are dropped at the end of the glacier. A rock carried by a glacier may be as small as a pebble or as large as a house. Glaciers grind rocks and soil into a powder called rock flour. When rock flour mixes with water, it flows out from under the glacier. Rock flour. Glaciers covered large parts of the world during the last ice age. This was a very, very long time ago. Most of what is now the northern United States was covered in ice. As the glaciers moved across the land, they changed its shape. Then Earth began to warm up. Many glaciers slowly melted. Today, glaciers cover about 1/10 of the land on Earth, but that amount is getting smaller. Many glaciers have melted since the early 1900s. The water in this stream comes from the glacier in the distance. Did you know that glaciers cover 10% of Earth's land? 10% of this measuring cup is filled with water. Chapter 3: Making Valleys. A glacier is a bulldozer. It can carve out a deep valley from the land as it moves. Valleys made by glaciers are in many places around the world. Glacier. Hanging valley. Steep valley side. Flat valley floor. Some glaciers make valleys in the shape of the letter U. The sides of these valleys are steep. Water falls into these valleys. The water comes from the mountain stream. A glacier carved this U-shaped valley. Streams from hanging valleys fall in waterfalls. Then glaciers that cut U-shaped valleys move toward the ocean. Over time, the glaciers melt. The valleys sometimes fill up with ocean water. These are called fjords. Many fjords are deep, sometimes plunging thousands of feet. Fjords are in many places, such as Alaska and Norway. Fjord, Norway. Glaciers change Earth's surface in many ways. They usually move very slowly, but sometimes they move fast. When glaciers slide, they make fjords and valleys. They have a great effect on Earth.